There was a time when the American dream meant something simple. If you worked hard, you could buy a house, you could own a car, you could build a life that belonged to you. But look around you today, that dream didn't just die, it was murdered. Today you subscribe to your music, you lease your car, you rent your home, you pay monthly fees for the software on your computer, and soon, you might even have to pay a subscription to use the heated seats in your own vehicle. They told you it was for your convenience. They called it the sharing economy. But they lied. This isn't about convenience, it is about a transfer of power. We are moving from a society of owners to a society of renters, a society of serfs serving new digital lords. By the end of this video, you will understand the terrifying economic shift that is happening right now. They are building a world where you own absolutely nothing. And the scariest part? It's already here. Let's start with the things you use every day. 10 years ago, if you bought a movie, it was yours. If you bought a software program like Photoshop, you owned the disk. You could use it forever. Today, you own nothing. You only purchase the right to use it for 30 days. Stop paying, and it vanishes. This is not an accident. This is a business model designed to drain your wealth slowly, month after month. It is called usership over ownership. Corporations realize that selling you a product once is not enough. They want a steady stream of your income for the rest of your life. Take modern cars. BMW recently tried to charge a monthly subscription just to unlock the heated seats that were already installed in the car you bought. Think about the insanity of that. You paid for the hardware, you paid for the car, but the corporation still holds the switch. This is the return of feudalism. In the Middle Ages, you didn't own the land. You worked on it for a landlord. Today, you don't own your technology. You just pay rent to a digital landlord. And just like the serfs of the past, if you stop paying, you are evicted from your own life. But subscription services are just a nuisance. The real war is being fought over the roof over your head. Why is housing so expensive? Why can't the average family afford a home anymore? The media tells you it's inflation or supply and demand. That is a distraction. The truth is much darker. While you are struggling to save for a down payment, trillion-dollar investment firms like BlackRock and Vanguard are buying up entire neighborhoods. They are outbidding you. They are paying cash. They are not buying these houses to live in them. They are turning them into permanent rental units. Their goal is simple: a nation of renters. Why? Because a homeowner is independent. A homeowner has equity. A homeowner has security. But a renter is dependent. A renter lives in fear of eviction. A renter must keep working, keep grinding just to survive another month. This is the systematic destruction of the middle class. They are taking the most primary form of wealth generation, homeownership, and turning it into just another subscription service. But to make this trap work, they needed one more element. They needed to make sure you never had enough capital to escape. This brings us to the invisible weapon of the hidden economy, the debt cycle. Have you noticed that the system is designed to put you in debt before you even earn your first paycheck? Student loans, car payments that last for 7 years, credit cards with interest rates that ensure you never pay off the principal. This is not poor financial management on your part. It is predatory design on their part. In the past, debt was a tool for emergencies. Today, debt is a requirement for existence. Why do they want you in debt? Because debt creates obedience. A man with no debt and a paid-off house can say no. He can quit a job he hates. He can protest a system he disagrees with. He is dangerous because he is free. But a man with a mortgage, 2 car notes, and mounting credit card bills, he is docile. He cannot speak up. He cannot walk away. He must comply. They have engineered a society where you are running a race with a weight tied to your ankles. Every time you think you are getting ahead, they print more money, causing inflation, which devalues your labor and increases the cost of your debt. It is a hamster wheel designed by bankers, and you are the engine keeping it spinning. They don't just want your money, they want your future labor. When you take on debt, you are selling your time that hasn't even happened yet. You are literally mortgaging your life. But how did they get you to agree to this? How did they convince an entire population to voluntarily walk into a cage? The answer lies in the one place you trusted the most: the classroom. School taught you history, biology, and algebra. But ask yourself, why did it never teach you about money? Why did you graduate knowing how to calculate the area of a triangle, but not how to read a loan contract, understand tax codes, or build assets? This was not an oversight, it was a design feature. The modern education system was funded by titans of industry like John D. Rockefeller. He famously said, "I don't want a nation of thinkers, I want a nation of workers." And that is exactly what they built. They trained you to sit still, follow orders, and memorize facts. They trained you to trade your time for a paycheck. They never trained you to build equity. They created employees, not owners. And while you were busy working for that paycheck, they were busy destroying its value. This is the silent theft that nobody talks about. Inflation. They tell you inflation is natural or caused by greedy companies. That is a lie. Inflation is a hidden tax on your labor. It is caused by one thing only: money printing. Every time the central bank prints $1 trillion to bail out a bank or fund a war, the dollars in your pocket lose value. It is simple supply and demand. The more paper money they print, the less your labor is worth. In 1971, the dollar was taken off the gold standard. Since then, your money is backed by nothing but faith. And that faith is being exploited. Look at the charts. You are working harder and longer hours than your grandparents did, yet you are poorer. Why? Because you are trying to fill a bucket with a hole in the bottom. No matter how much you pour in, the purchasing power leaks out. They steal your time through debt, and they steal your labor through inflation. It is a perfect, invisible prison, and you were trained from age 6 not to question it. And what about the things you actually managed to buy? Do you really own them? Try to repair your own iPhone. Try to fix a modern John Deere tractor. You can't. Corporations have used copyright laws to make it illegal to repair the things you bought with your own money. They force you to go back to their authorized dealers, or worse, force you to buy a new model. This is called planned obsolescence. Your phone is designed to slow down. Your appliances are designed to break. They are creating a cycle of consumption that you cannot escape. You are running on a hamster wheel, working harder and harder to buy junk that is designed to fail, enriching the very companies that enslaved you. They don't want you to fix things. They don't want you to be self-sufficient, because self-sufficiency is the enemy of profit. So you don't own your house, you don't own your car, you don't own your data, you are drowning in debt, but at least you have money in your pocket, right? Wrong. That is the final piece of the puzzle. Central banks around the world are preparing to launch CBDCs, central bank digital currencies. This is not like Bitcoin. This is the opposite of Bitcoin. Cash is anonymous. Cash means freedom. If you have a $20 bill, you can spend it anywhere, anytime, and no one can stop you. But a CBDC is programmable money. The government can track every single penny you spend, but it gets worse. They can program it to expire if you don't spend it fast enough. They can restrict what you can buy. Imagine trying to buy meat or travel, and the system declines your transaction because you've exceeded your carbon footprint for the month. If they control your money, they own you. It is the ultimate end of private property. The World Economic Forum famously predicted, "You will own nothing, and you will be happy." They got the first part right. But they are wrong about the second part. A life without ownership is a life without freedom. It is a cage with golden bars. So, what can you do? The system is rigged, but you don't have to play their game blindly. Reject the subscription culture. Buy physical assets. Own land, even if it's small. Learn to repair your own things. Hold physical gold or decentralized assets that they cannot turn off with a switch. The war on ownership is real. And the only way to win is to refuse to be a renter in your own life. This channel exists to show you the ropes they are trying to tie you with. We don't just watch the economy, we decode the trap. Subscribe to the hidden economy, because in a world of lies, the truth is your only asset.